Wait, I gotta do the rat thing. Welcome to the Kelly Kitchen. Hi everyone. We're here again for some food, some health, some fun. We are going to, oh, do you hear my buzzer going? We're gonna make some really fun, delicious, keto-friendly, low-carb foods, and we're going to learn all about a few new things. Hi, Atsuko. Everybody noticed my new sweatshirt. My daughter was, we dropped her off at Muhlenberg College in Pennsylvania. If you know anybody or if anybody's from Pennsylvania, loved my visit there. It was so fantastic. So she is all settled, and we are going to get set and started. I am going to start with our jalapeno cheese bread. I've got some, hi Bendy. I've got some mozzarella and cream cheese melted in the microwave. It's a little hot. I'm gonna, I've just been doing this in like minute increments. All the recipes are on the website, The Kelly Kitchen. Hi, Vic. I've got 2.5 cups of mozzarella cheese and 3 ounces of cream cheese. And I just did that like minute or 2 increments in the microwave, and I just wanted to melt those 2 things together. I've got my oven going at 400 degrees, and I've got an 8x8 parchment lined dish. I use the parchment paper just because it's so much easier to pull the bread out. If you don't have parchment paper, I think you can use tin foil, but it actually comes off of the paper pretty easily. So even if you don't have it, hi Rosette. If you don't have parchment paper for this, it's fine, but it's just easier to take it out of the pot, out of the pan. So I'm trying to do this really quickly because this jalapeno cheese bread takes about 30 minutes in a 400 degree oven. And I've already gotten this started. I've got my my melted mozzarella cheese with cream cheese. I've got 1.5 cups of almond flour and 2 tablespoons of oat fiber. I'm going to tell you all about that in a minute. I'm going to just make, this takes a little bit of elbow grease to mix all of this together with the melted cheese. I've got baking powder, 2 teaspoons, and I've got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and a little bit of salt. I think 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Check me on the recipe. Again, it's on my website. I wrote it down there. And so we're just going to give that a little bit of flavor. And again, you got to put a little bit of elbow grease in this to get it moving around. But you're also going to add 2 eggs, so that will add, just a little bit of liquid. This is very similar to a fathead dough mixture. It's just the ratios are a little bit different. And the oat fiber will give us a little bit. I'm going to see if I can move this a little bit closer. We said hi. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, and Chapin. How are you? Good to see you, Chapin. So again, this just takes a little bit of elbow grease. And so while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about oat fiber. Oat fiber is not oat flour. Oat fiber is only the hull of the oat, and basically they grind it into this very fine powder, and it's a fiber. It's kind of like psyllium husk. If you don't have oat fiber, you can use psyllium husk. In a pinch, you can use 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. Because I know not everybody has oat fiber. See, it says oat fiber. You can get this easily online, Amazon.com. It's super inexpensive, not so inexpensive, but it's relatively inexpensive, and you just use like a little bit of it. So I've got a nice dough forming here. Oh, good. Linda's already, maybe she's already made it. That's exciting. We love this bread. Okay, so then I'm going to take, this is one chopped jalapeno. I took all of the seeds out of the jalapenos that go in. Keep the seeds in if you want it to be super spicy. And we like it spicy, but I'm going to add more jalapenos on top of this bread with the cheese. With the cheddar cheese and with the seeds in it. So it'll be nice and spicy. We're going to serve this bread with our cheeseburger salad tonight. And my cheeseburger salad's just, another take on, or, just kind of switching things up a little bit when you're sick of having like a cheeseburger. Mix it up. Have a cheeseburger casserole. Have a cheeseburger salad. Have a cheeseburger wrap. So it's just my sort of take on it. And we're going to make a sort of a mock Thousand Island dressing. Okay, so I'm going to take my dough. I'm going to plop it right inside my pan. I'm going to wet my hands just a little bit. I'm going to wet them, and I'll just give them a nice wash. Hi, Diana. I'll give them a nice wash. If I don't say hi to you guys, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just that I'm working so fast here, and I might miss your comment. So please do say hi. I look at all of the comments after, and when I'm settling in for the night, I like to see who came to visit me and see if you had any questions. So please, comment or say hi or whatever. Tell me where you're from and tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you like and you don't like. I always love that. So I'm just I'm going to wet my hands a little bit. I should have had a little bowl next to, I like my hands wet so that the dough doesn't stick to my hands. But I'm just going to press that into the four corners. This recipe makes 12 pieces. So you cut it four ways this way and 3 this way. And so tonight we'll probably each have 1 or 2 pieces, but then the rest of it we will save for dinner for tomorrow night. And then I might put some of it into the freezer because it freezes really beautifully. And it's just really nice when you're making a salad or having a bowl of chili or whatever to have that little piece of side bread already made, because it does take a little bit of extra time. Oh, my Texas friends! Hello, hi Rebecca. And who's from Texas? Oh, Yvonne, how are you? Oh, somebody made my zucchini soup, zucchini blue cheese surprise soup. The best, on the website. Check it out. Okay, so I've got my bread, my jalapeno cheese bread, pressed into my 8x8 pan. Then I'm going to take another jalapeno, and I kept the seeds in it this time. We like it hot. We like it spicy. So I kept the seeds on in the bread to keep, in the jalapenos to keep it a little bit spicy. And then I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar, and I'm just going to go right over the top, just with my hand. I didn't even need to measure it. Like, there's just no reason to do that because I am scrambling to get this in the oven. So I need you guys to see what this looks like when it's all done. Okay, so there is our jalapeno cheese bread. This is 3 net carbs per slice, and there's 12 slices in here. So we're going to pop that into the oven. I'm going to set the timer. This one takes a little bit of a while, so we have plenty of time to have fun and chit-chat. Oh, from New Zealand. Oh, yeah, Susan, of course. I know Susan. How are you? Oh, and Joyce is from Malaysia. Hi, how are you? It's starting to cool down here, but it still is a little bit hot in here. I got a 400-degree oven, so I'm just sort of patting myself a little bit. I'm going to get started on our cheeseburger mix. There was a little sale on ground beef. This was $5.99 for a pound. Usually when I make this, I make a double batch because I save it and then we can have it later in the week, or I might even freeze it. But right now, it's just Peter and I for a little while. I'm an empty nester now for, I guess, the time being. Hopefully she won't have to come back. Oh, hi Kelly, how are you? Hopefully they stay safe and all the kids follow the rules and, you know, don't go to any parties or whatever. But for right now, I'm an empty nester. And so I'm only cooking 1 pound of the beef because we just can't eat that much. So I got that squeezed right into my pan. Now I need to make sure you guys can actually see this. Okay, I think that's a good spot. Yeah. Okay, so it's so funny. I have talked about my little smasher. Again, I don't know what the heck this is called. I call it a smashola. I think somebody said you can get it from Pampered Chef. I got mine off of Amazon, and I will find the link for you guys and share it with you. But it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite tools. It's smashola. Petra, is it Petra? Oh, Petra. I am making cheeseburger salad right now. We have the jalapeno cheese bread in the oven, and then we're gonna make some chocolate covered strawberries. Very romantic, I know. But here's the thing. This is why I chose chocolate covered strawberries. I am not a huge fan of fruit and chocolate, and I am on day 23 of the 30 Strong Challenge. 30 Strong Challenge, I started 23 days ago, and it's a very simple, you do 6 things every single day, and I love this challenge because everything on it I do anyways, but it holds me accountable, and I have to do it 30 days in a row. So in this 30 days, I can have no sweets, and because I don't like strawberries and chocolate, and Peter does, that is what he is getting for dessert tonight. So I got the cheeseburger salad, I've got the jalapeno cheese bread, and I got chocolate covered strawberries. So that is what is on the docket. And I can eat all of everything that I'm making tonight except for the chocolate, which I don't really even care about. I'm totally fine with that. So we're gonna let our ground beef get a little brown. I wanted to talk about 2 things that I found in the supermarket and people have been kind of talking about. I have not tried these, but I'm starting to see this yogurt. This is vanilla flavor. I will share more about the challenge in a second. This is the strawberry flavor. There is, I need my glasses. There is 2 carbs for the whole container. So if you're looking for another alternative for morning, like yogurt, afternoon, pick me up with a little bit of crunch nuts on them. There's the 2 flavors that I saw were vanilla and strawberry, and Peter is going to be trying these probably tomorrow morning. So let me know if you've tried these. I haven't tried them, but if you see them, it's another option for you to have. Okay, let me tell you, I'm going to just talk just a little bit more about the 30-day strong. It's totally free. Anybody can do it. If you need help doing it, go to the Facebook page, my business page, or any of the groups, ask questions. But basically, I tack this up on my refrigerator, and there's 30 circles here, and here's the list of the 6 or 7 things that need to happen every single day, and just the simple rules. It's not rocket science. You need to eat anything from this list. These are all of my low carb, keto friendly foods. You can go, and then here are the daily education suggestions. This is all on my website. You can go to thekellikitchen.com, go to the shop button, and under ebooks and guides. It's also on my Facebook page and my Instagram, all the Kelly Kitchen. But I am on day 23. I'm feeling fantastic. Now, Sheila, you asked where to get those. Are you talking about the yogurt? I just got the yogurts. I just got them at my regular supermarket. You kind of have to look because there is a sea of yogurts available. But this brand and Too Good are the ones that I would choose. They're lowest in carbs. So let me get back to my ground beef here. This is one of those dinners that you can also have on the table within 15 minutes. If you're not making the bread, you can have a cheeseburger salad on the table within 15 minutes. And everybody likes different things on their burgers. So you can, it's kind of like a taco bar. You can let them add the things that they want or that they don't want. We tend to like an everything burger. So I'm just going to let this continue to brown, and then I'm going to add my seasoning. But we tend to like an everything burger. So in our burger, we're going to have chopped tomato, we're going to have red onion, we're going to have dill pickles, we're going to have avocado, we're going to have cheddar cheese, and then we're going to make a mock Thousand Island dressing to drizzle on top. So while this is almost fully brown, I am going to add my seasoning. So to our ground beef, it really is all about seasoning the meat, because you could almost eat this salad without the dressing, because seasoning the meat and all of the stuff that you're going to be putting in the pickles and the onions and the avocados, it just gives it so much flavor. But we're going to season the meat with, I don't want to give you the exact measurements. It's on the website, again, cheeseburger salad at thekellikitchen.com. Kelly with an IE. This is 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then 1 tablespoon of dried parsley. You can use fresh parsley as well, and I actually prefer fresh parsley, but I ran out. Sorry. So I'm just going to pour my seasonings right on top there. I'm going to give this a little stir. Now, this was a fattier ground beef, so I don't need to add anything. I don't need to drain it either, but the fat soaks in all of the seasonings. And I am, okay, we're done. We're done with our ground beef. That was it. So let me just show you what this looks like, and then we will set that off to the side. Hi, Cheryl from Washington. So there's my ground beef. It's super, super delicious. But we're going to set that off to the side now. Okie dokie. Get that out of the way. Let's make our Thousand Island dressing. This is something that my mom used to do when we were kids. Whenever I didn't have a bottle of Thousand Island dressing, it was just a simple mayonnaise, ketchup, and sweet relish. So mayonnaise and ketchup, and then sweet relish. Okay, so keto police, before you come after me, I will not be having this tonight because this has a little bit of sweetness in it. Truth be told, 1 teaspoon is only 2 carbs, and that's all we would use. But I still am not going to have this, but I'm going to put this in for Peter. But when I ran out, but there is sugar-free relish that you can get, and it's a great alternative to this. There are also low-carb Thousand Island dressings that you can just buy. Primal Kitchen and G. Hughes are my typical go-to brands. But we're just going to make do. Everybody has mayonnaise and ketchup, or you should have the sugar-free ketchup in your fridge. And so we'll just do, I don't know the exact ratio, but this is just going to be a dressing for the entire salad. I have it written down somewhere. Oh, there it is. A half a cup of mayonnaise. I'm so smart. I've already written it down. What do you know? Okay, so a half a cup of mayonnaise. 3 tablespoons of low sugar ketchup. And let me just tell you, 1 tablespoon is 1 carb. So we're going to do 3 tablespoons. So that's 3 grams net carb for the whole thing, as opposed to real ketchup, which is scary, scary high. I'm just eyeballing it here, which is completely fine. And then you just mix it together and you get that nice pink. It's got a little bit of sweetness, but then it's got the creaminess. And we'll just drizzle this over our cheeseburger salad, just like it's a secret sauce. Someone sent me a recipe for a secret sauce, a keto version. And I love when people send me recipes. Sometimes they send me them so that I can just check the ingredients, and sometimes they send them as just inspiration. I love that. So please post them and share them with me and let me know if you have any questions on them. But okay, again, I'm not putting the relish in for me, but when I'm ready to dress the salad, I'll dress mine first, and then we will dress Peter's salad with some of the dressing, or some of the, sorry, I'll add some of the relish in it because it's sweet enough for me from the ketchup. Okay, so we've got our ground beef done. We've got our dressing done. Our bread still needs about 16 or 17 minutes. I'm gonna get started with the chocolate covered strawberries, and then we'll assemble our salad at the sort of the end. So let me just get this out of the way. Ooh, that's hot. So the best way to do chocolate covered strawberries is to wash them, dry them, and then bring them to room temperature. I am going to melt. Right before I got on camera, I spilled all these white chocolate chips. Yikes! So this brand of chocolate chips, everybody knows Lily's brand. Chocolate chips. They're stevia sweetened. I have just a tad. Ooh, my microwave is. Sorry, guys. I have about a teaspoon or a little bit less than a teaspoon of olive oil in there. If you want to use coconut oil, you can. And it just helps the chocolate sort of get a silkier, melted mixture for dipping. Then we're going to be fancy and we're going to drizzle some white chocolate on top. So this is also a low carb chocolate. It's a product, it's called Choc Zero, and it's white chocolate. And I would taste one of these on camera for you, but again, I'm not eating sweets right now. And we're going to get fancy with the white chocolate drizzle towards the end. So first we're gonna get the chocolate chips mixed in there. So they're not fully melted. I only did them for about 30 seconds. And the reason you do them in increments is because you don't want them to burn. And so you just sort of melt them and then you stir them and then you give it another 30 second go in the microwave. And there we go. And then we have our white chocolate chips. We'll do the same thing. We're going to get those nice and melted. And what we're going to do with the white chocolate is I have just taken a little Ziploc bag and I took my Ziploc bag and I put the tip down in the cup and I folded the top over because we're going to get fancy. And this is a great thing for Valentine's Day. I know we're not in Valentine's Day, but it's also great to bring something like this to you know, like if you go to a backyard party, I know we're not doing a lot of parties right now, but if you go to a backyard party right now, it's great. Everybody loves chocolate-covered strawberries except me. And you can bring this plate of chocolate-covered strawberries and look fancy. And so here we have our chocolate. See, it's nice and melted. And I'm actually going to just let that cool for a second. Just off to the side here. We'll put the, where's my white chocolate? We're going to, again, we're going to melt the white chocolate just one more round. Someone just asked, Susan just asked, where did I get the white chocolate chips? So Chalk Zero is the brand. Chalk Zero is the brand. And sometimes I can find them at the supermarket, but for the most part, I buy them online. And I don't buy very many of them because I don't really use them very often. So they're kind of fun. They're kind of different. It's kind of like the sprinkles that I bought. There's a great company called The Sprinkle Company, and they make keto-friendly rainbow sprinkles, which is fantastic for kids that are, living a ketogenic diet. And it's fun to sort of have that available. But I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to this. Where's my olive oil? But I don't really use them very often. I will, I have a recipe for, I have a recipe for buttercream frosting. Sorry, my mind went blank. I'm kind of dealing. So this is what happens when you overcook your white chocolate. So I went a little overboard and it's got a little bit hard here. So I'm going to let this sit for a minute and kind of cool down, and hopefully we can salvage that. If we didn't, then we just have regular chocolate covered strawberries. But here we go on our strawberries and our chocolate. Oh, I have to get a little piece of parchment paper. I don't want them to stick. And it's just kind of a nice, you can transfer if you need to. So I took the nicest strawberries in the bunch, and then I just am going to do a dip. And look at how beautiful that is, right? Chocolate covered strawberries using low carb Lily's chocolate chips, and I just melted them with a little bit of olive oil. And I always get the prettiest looking strawberries. And again, you want them to be clean and dry and room temperature, so that the chocolate will stick and they don't get too, they won't have condensation on them, right? You can keep these in the fridge for, like a day or two. Oh, I'm so fancy. This is really beautiful. I'm glad that Peter likes these. And if you guys like fruit and chocolate, you could probably do this with raspberries also. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't know how blueberries would be. I'm not sure. But we are going to give my Peter a little treat after dinner. And I'm sorry to say, I ruined the white chocolate. I'm really bummed. I overcooked it and now it's not good. So that's what happens in a real kitchen. Sorry. And I actually, maybe I have extra chocolate chips. Don't look at my cabinets. They're a mess again. Ha! I have another package. So let's try this again. I will be very careful not to ruin this. My jalapeno cheese bread has 9 minutes left on it. We're going to do just a little bit of the white chocolate chips. I want you guys to see this because it's just so pretty. And then we'll do a little bit of olive oil. That was probably like half a teaspoon. And I'll do 30 seconds. That's it. Hopefully I will not burn it. Yikes. Okay, let's finish up these strawberries. We'll get as much chocolate as we can out of the bowl, because why not? And if anybody's in the neighborhood and you would like to try some chocolate-covered strawberries, private message me, and I'll make sure that you get some. Okay. I'm being super careful. So, oh, okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, there is my white chocolate chips. They're nice and soft. I'm going to let them do their thing. So did you see that? I just did 30 seconds. If you go more than that, then you burn them and you get the thing that I did. Okay, so here we have, this is just our little Ziploc bag. I'm going to pour this chocolate right in here. And we're going to let that sit to cool for just a quick second. While that is cooling, let me just do these last few strawberries. Woo! Voila! Look at how pretty. Super, super, super pretty. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. There's some good light. I'm getting the afternoon light coming in. So I'm going to let these chill for just a quick second so that the chocolate cools enough so that the white chocolate on top will stick to it and will be fancy, fancy. While we're waiting for that to cool, we're just going to put our salad together, okay? So, thanks, Susan. So I've got 1.5 heads of romaine lettuce. You can use whatever kind of lettuce you like to use, but typically for cheeseburgers, I like a crunchy lettuce. So that's why I use romaine lettuce. I have 2 tomatoes just chopped, and half of an onion chopped, 4 dill pickle spears chopped, a half a cup of cheddar cheese chopped, and then the most ginormous avocado I've ever seen. And I have 2 halves, and I'm gonna scoop that right into my bowl here. Now, as I'm making this, I'm realizing that this is a really, don't throw out the burnt chocolate. If you put it over a double boiler and add a teaspoon of boiling water, Susan, where are you when I need you? I already threw it away. Oh, well, we'll fix it. I'll do it next time. Actually, I won't burn it next time. So as I'm making the salad, I'm realizing this is a jumbo salad. So before I toss this all together and put dressing all over it and put the meat all over it, I am going to save a little bit of it for later. But I wanted to get this on here so I could show you how pretty it is. This is a great presentation salad. And you can make this as big or small as you want. If you're just serving yourself, then you don't need to have a jumbo salad like this. But this probably could feed a family of 5. And I went a little bit overboard, but this is the basis for our cheeseburger salad, okay? We will take this salad, I will toss it with the dressing, and then I will put the meat on top of that. I'm just going to taste the meat here. The meat is perfectly seasoned. And I like it still a little bit warm because it kind of warms up the salad too. So we've got our dressing, our cheeseburger salad, and here's the burger that's going to go on top of it. And then you'll assemble that, and then you'll serve it to everyone at dinner. The last thing I need to do, our jalapeno cheese bread is almost done. It's so exciting. We are going to drizzle our chocolate covered strawberries with our white chocolate. Let me get a little pair of scissors. So again, this is one of those desserts anybody can make. Peter's making a funny comment right now because he's outside working out and he knows that there's going to be a jumbo salad in here for him. Honey, I hope you're hungry. Okay. Last step. Did you see my white chocolate? Nice and melted. And I am going to take a pair of scissors and I'm just going to very carefully, sorry, went down the wrong tube. I'm going to hold this in my hand so that the tip is up, and I'm just going to cut off just the tip. And then I am going to drizzle. I think I might have to take a picture of these babies. Can you see what's going on here? Okay, I also wanted to mention a few more things. 3 weeks ago, I had something called a DEXA scan. And a DEXA scan, they are available in most cities, and it is the most reliable way to measure your body fat. And so when the scale is giving you trouble, it's another way to measure. It's not that expensive, but it's way more accurate than the old-fashioned calipers where they pinch you and those scales that claim to tell you what your body fat is. So I will be sharing that in the coming weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Let me just get the rest of my chocolate drizzled on here. And there we go. Ta-da! Right? Are those fancy? I wish I liked them, but they're I'm sure lots of people like chocolate covered strawberries, and it's a lovely dessert to bring to any keto party that you go to. Oh, our jalapeno cheese bread is almost done. Stick with me, you're not going to want to miss this because I know, Eva, very decadent. Because the buzzer's going to go off in like 10 seconds, and you know it always makes me super excited when that buzzer goes off. But I just can't even wait. So I mean, what else can I say? This is my cheddar jalapeno bread. It's keto friendly. It's 3 grams net carb per slice. This has 12 pieces in it. And you can find the recipe on my website, thekellykitchen.com. You guys, we're all done. We are all done. We made chocolate covered strawberries, we made cheeseburger salad, and we made jalapeno cheese bread. We learned a little bit about yogurt, and if you want to try the 30-day challenge, let me know. I will make sure that you get a printout of this. It's on my website or on my Facebook pages, and it's, you know, just another way to hold ourselves accountable. If you liked what you saw tonight, share it, comment on it, do all the things that you're supposed to do. I'm so appreciative that you guys come week after week. This is helping all of this stay-at-home stuff stay fresh and fun for me. And we're all, you know, healthy and doing well, and so happy to see you guys every single week. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will catch you later. Bye, guys.